1996, December 26. Early morning hours, John and Patsy Ramsey were the residents of this particular house.
Okay.
They were there with their 2 kids, Burke and JonBenet.
Can you talk to me a little bit about the security of the home? Was the residence secure or unsecured? Do you know?
What we know is that the alarm was not set. It was reported that there were 2 doors that were ajar. And so the plan was they were going to get up and head out to Florida.
Okay.
So as she's coming down the spiral staircase, about the 3rd or 4th stair, she sees 2-3 pages kind of laid out right on the spiral staircase.
So here we have the ransom note. What did you think as you read it?
You just scan it. You're trying to understand in a second what's going on. And, you know, they had my daughter. Where's my daughter? And it was a horrible feeling to think that your daughter's gone and you don't know where she is. Where's my child?
Okay, I'm sending an officer over, okay? Do you know how long she's been gone?
No, I don't. Please, we just got out. Is she right here? Oh, my God, please.
Okay, girl.
There's somebody.
I am, honey.
Please.
Take a deep breath.
Please,
Okay.
hurry.
Kathy.
So after law enforcement arrives, they do their search. And the 2 searches, they find no JonBenet. So John Ramsey walks around the house, walks downstairs. He opens the door that nobody in law enforcement had opened hours earlier. Discovers his little girl on the floor, dead. He picks her up and brings her up to the living room area of the home, at which point then we begin the murder investigation of JonBenet.
It was a rush of relief, you know, thank God I found her. But then I pretty quickly realized that she wasn't alive. But yet I had her in my arms. She was still, I found her.
The police obviously very quickly focused on you. Now, in their defense, in many cases when a child is killed, it is a member of the family.
Only in many cases, there's a lot of history leading up to that. The school knows there's a problem. The police know that social services have been called by the family. The neighbors know there's a problem in the family.
There was no such history of abuse within the Ramsey family. Still, for more than 20 years, Boulder police were convinced the Ramseys were involved. One of the detectives on this case called you the Iceman.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, John Ramsey shows no emotion.
Well, I'm not an emotional person. We didn't act right in their book. And there's no prescribed way that people act when they've lost a child or suffered a tragedy.
The district attorney's office was more open to alternate theories than the police. The question, could JonBenet have been killed? Not by someone in her family, but by one or more intruders who may have broken into the house earlier that day while the Ramseys were at a Christmas party. John Ramsey thinks so.
They had hours to sit there and craft this note. And I believe JonBenet was probably murdered after we went to bed. They were in the house when we came home.